You mean nobody can hear you?
Hello. Yes, I don't think anyone could hear me there. Now they should be able to. Mic check, mic check. All right, we're getting there. I somehow
Hello.
didn't put sources for it. Hello, everyone. Highest production quality stream. This was very involved, and I was not. This is all very experimental, so I really appreciate you all bearing with us while we figure out how things work. My goodness. Um, yeah. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in. This is obviously you're here to see the results of the Vocaloid mapping contest, the third edition, number 3. And next time we're gonna have to start from number 1. We're gonna do the prequels next time. Star Wars
Now that
reference.
we've done the trilogy, okay.
Yeah. So the way this is going to work, this stream, is that we're going to go through the top 2 entries. Because if you think about it, right, if each team is submitting 4 maps, it will take forever to go through all of them. So we're only going to do the top 2. I do apologize for everyone who is really hoping to see more. But at the end of the stream, you will be able to see the final results and download all the maps for yourself. In terms of the commentary today, it'll be pretty light, especially for like Taiko Catch Mania, since we don't have any commentators for that specifically, and we don't know anything about it. So it'll be mostly just watching it, and then some light commentary at the end, where we'll
Or you
reveal
consume it with
the.
your eyes, your
You
soul.
consume it with your eyes. So you wouldn't mind seeing all 50 maps? Well, let me tell you, it was really, really hard to set this live stream up with what we currently have.
We did the math. If we looked at every map one by one, it would take about 5 hours, which is really, really, really cool because we got a lot of entries for like every mode, and we got a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, a lot of classic contest faces. I got a good mix of entrants in this contest. So thank you everybody for mapping 4 maps per team.
Absolutely. Well, anyways, what do you say we hop right in? We'll start with standard, or Osu, as the official term is. The number
Osu.
2nd place for Osu, and we'll be doing both maps at the same time for each artist. So it'll be, you'll basically have to look at 2 maps at the same time, as you can imagine. So the way that worked is that we had to record it and then sync it up in post, so it didn't desync during the stream. And I don't know how else you would have 2 maps playing at the same time.
And the Osu maps, the hit sounds are for the map on the left. So if it doesn't match the map on the right, that's why.
Yes. Very highly streamlined. Osu actually does have some live plays from Sayu Design.
My goat.
Bless his soul. Unfortunately, he did live play all of the maps before we realized that it wasn't feasible to show all of them, so I am very sorry. Yeah. Okay, well, let's hop right in.
Yep.
And for standard, our 2nd place winner is Sabola, Vladimir, and Kyle Y. This entry is their Maratu entry. On the left side is the 1st round, and 2nd round is on the right side. And the reason that we're showing it like this is so that you can kind of get a sense for the similarities when you look at them side by side. Obviously, it's very hard to like track both of them at the same time, but it should give you a sense for the similarities, which is one of the main concepts of this concept.
Like, how different can you make these maps for the same song?
Yeah. Yes, I can probably agree that the right video looks a little desynced. Nothing we can do about that now.
Frames have their limits, let me tell you.
Yes.
Basically.
I mean, this
But
concept
will-
is just... This whole contest is so experimental. There were so many kinks to work out, and it's definitely not perfect.
That being said, it's really interesting to see all of the maps that come out of this contest, because you have to put so much in to, like, fully enter it, that, a lot of contests, there's, like, very clear, like, differences throughout the entries. With this one, the general quality of all entries was so high, I was like, I have no idea what's gonna place where.
Yeah, for anyone out of the loop, Nafi was one of the judges for the contest. So thank you for your judging efforts, Nafi.
You're welcome.
Very much
I wish
so
I could've-
appreciated.
Wish I could have judged Taiko Catch Mania, but I don't know anything.
Neither do I, don't worry. It's hard enough to know enough to be a standard NAT. Four maps is definitely a lot to do.
And now you should rank them afterwards, please. You can upload them after the stream is done. Thank you.
Well, actually, one of the struggles with VMC is always that, you know, we create nice maps, but there's always a struggle to get them ranked. In part because, like, a lot of the nice maps, the mappers don't want to create spreads for. I mean, it's a lot of effort to create a spread. So, we'll hopefully fix that with this iteration of VMC, which I'll explain later.
That's good. I do have to say for these maps, not only do they like go for very dramatic difficulty settings, but their style is very drastically different too. So thank you, Sabola and Kyle Y.
And thank you, Sai Design, for dying for our sins. And here is the Mimizu entry of theirs.
And as a note, the
Indeed.
Mimizu songs are a bit quieter, so you might want to adjust your volume.
I can adjust the volume, don't worry. If it's quiet, just let me know. I can adjust it pretty easily. How many teams mapped this song? Quite a few. I think this was one of the more popular ones.
Yes,
I mean-
although not enough for me to go crazy.
That is one of the nice improvements of this iteration of VMC, is that there was a lot more song variety. Like, the judges for VMC2 were definitely complaining about everyone mapping the same, like, 3 songs. This one, not so much. And yes, Sendata, the spread solution is definitely the solution.
Now, I would say I felt like the Mimizu maps on this team were a little more similar than the Marutu ones were. But
Indeed.
they both really went crazy with this song.
Yes, Sayuda-san was crying.
You can see his tears in the hundreds right now.
This one doesn't seem desynced at all, so that's nice. These are Sayu Designs replays. Oh, also, I should comment on a skin. So everyone, if you don't know, the skin that you're seeing these replays in, and you'll see all of the replays in for the rest of the stream are all in the VAT, the Vocaloid Appreciation Team's custom skin. So if that's something you're interested in, I mean, I assume if you are here, you probably know about it, but go ahead and download that. It's very customizable.
Absolutely, 300,000 variations possible. And it comes with a couple pre-made. Oh, this is my favorite part of both these maps. It looks like it's not Side-of-Side's favorite part.
It's popping off. I like how they do big sliders in the same spots.
Yes. Like, if the Marutu maps were like two dramatically different backgrounds of mappers, these ones are like the mappers became besties and they live with each other now.
Solid, yep. And thank you again, Design, for that replay. Alright, so now we're on to the first place entry, and I'm sure that nobody will be particularly surprised when they see these names. But first place winners are Garden and Ibel, also known as Bellicose. Well, there were, for standard, at the end of it, there were 8 qualified entries. We had more, but, you know, teams dropped out and things like that. But, you know, when you have 8 entries, when each team is mapping 4 difficulties, that's, like, a lot of difficulties.
A couple. Like,
it's just a couple.
like 30, like 32?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still able to do math, that's great. Now, one major thing about this pair of maps is it felt like they challenged each other during the swap round to, like, readapt some of the same ideas into a new variation specifically. The question is how much of that is intentional or just, like, you know, they chose really good partners.
I mean, good mappers create good maps. I don't know. I mean, Bellicose has been on a, or I guess Ibel has been on a roll recently with winning contests. Like, they won I think the summer mapping contest, if I remember right, or something like that. It do be
Yeah, I
contest
always
time.
see their name around.
They actually got Elite Mapper like super recently.
So now they're going for Elite Mapper 2?
I guess so.
Now, White, since the judges' comments were too long to fit into the website, where are they going to go?
They are
For people
going
to
to
read them.
be on a full spreadsheet. I guess I can put that in the Twitch chat while we're here.
That would be spoilers if you put it too soon.
Right, exactly. So I have
But
to
yes,
wait
we
till
do have full judge comments for every mode for all of these maps. Because every team you judged had 4 maps, some of us, like me, could not fit our comments into the website, so White has made a Google sheet of the full versions.
Yes, sir. Here we are. You modded the VAT skin?
And that was Darling, mapped by Garden and Ibel.
I have no idea what AR Gardens is. But here is the spreadsheet, and oh, actually, shoot.
There were a lot
It's
of
too
maps
early.
in this contest where the AR felt low, and then I checked it and it was AR 9.2, and I was like, oh.
I forgot we had one more map to go through.
Yeah, the Mimizu map. Everything will be broken.
Here is, yeah, the Mimizu map. This one was also a very popular one. I think like every mode had like one or two of these maps, the song mapped.
There were a lot of specific songs in this lineup that people could choose from that I didn't really know the specific ones beforehand. I would know other songs by those producers, right? These maps have been a really great introduction to some good music.
Oh, we have two banger artists. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the best part about it is like when I was getting Maratu to be a featured artist for this, you know, I reached out to Fishy Fat to like finalize the details, and he was like, "I tried to get Maratu like years ago, and they ghosted me." I'm like, I just have a talent.
Thank you, White.
Same thing with Iroha. Same story. It's fine. You can still look at the sheet. I mean, this is the last thing that we're gonna look at for standard anyway before I've revealed it anyway. So.
Now, while the showcase today is focused on the top two teams for each mode, there is a full ranking for the top two teams of each mode, and they will be going on to attempt the hell round.
Yes, to be very clear, just because you're not in top 2 does not mean that you're not a winner for this round. Everyone who got top 6 gets to continue to the final round. Yes, every judge comments for every mode or every mode's judging comments and scores are separate. And also, to be clear, the judge comments only have unweighted scores. They do not have weighted scores, which are what the final results are based on. Very cool map. Thank you so much for participating, Ibel and Garden. Didn't have the fucking sources. All right. Hello, everyone. I blundered again. It was not intended to be muted there.
Hi.
As you can see, Garden and Ibel and Cibola Vladimir and Kyle Y are there, but we also have Alveria and Daycor, Nomi Nomu and MS Fuel, Evil and Chris, and Alti and P10 continue on to the next round. The top 6 entries, as we discussed, go on to the next round. And you will know what map you're, or song you're going to map once the news post comes out very shortly. Thank you all for participating, and of course, thank you for the other 2 teams that submitted for this round and unfortunately do not get to continue on to the final round. And so now we'll continue on to Taiko. We'll start with second place and then first place, just as the same format, but since we don't know anything about the game mode, it will allow you to focus on the actual map's qualities. There were actually, yeah, it's a good point I should mention, that Taiko actually had the most entries. So Standard had 8 total teams, and then Taiko had 9 total teams, which is kind of wild.
Taiko outdid us.
Taiko outed us. So, unfortunately, 3 of the teams in Taiko will not be continuing on to the final round. Now, which ones? You'll find out at the end.
Can the mappers upload their maps now?
Standard mappers can definitely upload their maps now, yes.
All right. Taiko Catch Mania, you guys have to wait until your entries are done.
And for anyone who missed the spreadsheet, here is the spreadsheet for Standard.
And that's organized with each team on its own tab. Judges' comments go from top to bottom. The scores are not weighted here. So these are the raw scores before it accounts for like how lenient or strict each individual judge is. So the results on the OSU website will better reflect the final weighted totals.
Yeah. Awesome. So into Taiko. So we're starting off with Jaltsu and SN707 hitting second place.
Now this is the kind of good mix of mappers I like to see, where you see there is very much the Vocaloid Appreciation Team mapper, and then there's the other mapper that's like a Taiko legend, but not a Vocaloid Team legend. So thank you for joining us to map some good Vocaloid tracks.
I love everyone who maps Vocaloid.
Although to be fair, Jealousy does have some Vocaloid sets ranked, but they just map everything.
The Vocaloid Appreciator and the other one.
Man, watching maps like this makes me wish there was like in the Taiko console games where you can play 2 different tracks side by side. Taiko win.
You know what I really wanted is, and this is something I proposed to Peppy, was basically adding something like this for like a co-op game mode where you can have basically 2 versions of the map being played side by side as like a tag almost, but like truly collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He said it was proposed. He said it was proposed like 15 years ago, so that's where we're at.
Aww. I think SN is trying to give somebody a heart attack with the flying finishers.
I mean, I will say that, like, looking at these top entries for Taiko, I was like, wow, Taiko's a really funny-looking game mode.
It looks really, really difficult here.
Yeah.
It's official, White. We have to commission someone to draw a Miku Pipidon replacement.
Rue. Maybe we have an artist in the Vocaloid appreciation team who will do that.
Yeah. By the way, even as a taiko casual, being able to see the very drastic mapping style difference between these two, Jiaozu and SN did a really good job on that entry.
For
and now
sure.
we'll be checking out their Mimizu song.
Good job, Otto, for playing that perfectly. I'll turn the volume up.
Now this is where it gets a little bit too fast for me to keep track of two screens at once, but I hope that our biggest taiko fans in the chat can fully appreciate just how crazy they're going on designing some of these streams.
Oh, it's mapped the same here.
Yeah.
Banned.
I'm pretty sure the taiko modders would find them if they mapped it any other way. But during these parts, there's a lot of differences in how they handle the finishes versus the stacking and mixing in the streams in between. Whoever plays this, good luck.
What? I can't believe Kurois is abusing his moderator powers.
Well, that's why he's a moderator and not a judge.
True. Yes, bless your soul,
By the
Shiny
way,
Pika.
fun trivia about this song is the original music video for this song actually has taiko charts in it. So this is literally like A, pre-mapped for taiko, B, these maps are different from that map, and C, it has a blue Tenno that looks like Miku, but it's not Miku, it's just blue Tenno. Just like how you have your cats and dogs. So some taiko mappers have already been on this song before because of this.
Yeah, yep. It's pretty cool to have a song like actually exclusively like made for taiko. It's pretty cool, like whole themed around it. Cool. Well, thank you SN and Jiaozu for your incredible entry.
Thank you for mapping the taiko song and taiko maxing it.
And we're now on to first place, where GT and Aron Osu take the lead. And I have to say, GT's entry was really funny looking to me as a taiko casual. Very heavy abuse of SVs.
The one GT's map is anxiety. It fits the song, but oh my god.
I will say that like very few people mapped the See You song from Maratu, probably because it was like really long compared to the other ones. So respect for mapping one of the longer songs. I have not done that analysis to know, like, all of the songs that have been mapped, but you can certainly do that when the results are fully revealed.
I wouldn't be surprised if any maps were left off, because those licenses were pretty big song library-wise.
Yeah, and getting, like, what, I don't know how many was, like 14 or so for Maratu? It was a pretty sizable chunk.
Yeah.
I think that there was one entry that did it, maybe.
For Tool.
Yeah, on one of the game modes,
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing it.
Now, I
Yes, I
would
can
like
check.
to note that the replay names on the top of the recordings here do indicate which one is parallel and which one is swap, although the downloads should do that too. So you could kind of see that the one on the left was the one that was mapped first by GT, and then Irone came in and gave their own spin on it afterwards.
Nope, you are right. There was nobody who mapped Tool. Hello, Yasuho. Yasuho? Why do they make you depressed?
Map more Vocaloid and you will win.
Well, of course you're not good enough to nap good maps. You don't nap maps, you map maps.
And that was the Maru entry for Taiko for our first placing team, and next up we'll be checking out their Mimizu song.
I almost did the same mistake again.
With the same song!
And everything will be broken for Mimizu. Here we are. Yeah, so I think every single one is going to show missing some files because the backgrounds got deleted in the anonymization process. So that's where that is from.
You see, if we left the backgrounds in, there would be a risk of judges being able to tell who mapped what based off of their background taste.
Yep. I think that there was like one mapper who was a furry who put in a furry background, and they were like, I think that they'll be able to tell who I am just based on the fact that it's a furry background. And GT really went off on the SV in this map.
He's been very experimental with those. But Inone's arrangement of some of the finger control on those bursts looks really hard to handle. I do not want to be a good taiko player. It's too scary, sorry.
Yeah, but I think this furry mapper was an artist and drew their own background. So how many furries are artists that map that draw their own backgrounds? I don't know. Whatever it was, they were concerned about it, so.
That being said, you'll get to see all their beautiful backgrounds when they upload it to the website.
100%.
And
I
guess
don't
you
know how
should be
anyone
good-
plays taiko maps of this difficulty. You can't even see it.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Wait, you got the sheets for taiko?
Yes.
I think we can set it.
Ah, but spoilers.
What are we spoiling?
We're spoiling, I don't know. Anyway, the taiko judging sheet is right there in the chat.
I like how this goes left to right, just like how taiko does. Memorization gimmick waiting for that one.
Yep.
There you go.
It was a very funny circle. I like it.
And again, thank you, Taiko, for showing up. We got a lot of really cool taiko maps this contest, and we'll be a bit demo and Kid, and in fourth we got Simplay Tholawezi
We're back.
and MTNT Ward. What? I was on a roll and you muted me again?
You know, technical difficulties.
Okay. So guys, so we have this lineup for our taiko entrance. So, it's big. It's big. I can't see. Okay. So for first place in this round, we have GT and Irode Osu, as we've seen. We've seen also Jansu and SN707. We got Molly Denim and Kin, and I said that correctly when I was muted, and now I butchered it. I'm sorry. We got Simplai Tholawezi and MTNT Wars for fourth place, so make sure to check out those entries too. We got Mekoe and Uode for fifth place here. And in sixth, we got Solar and Nintendo 64, and they will be going on to the next round to challenge making some spreads for future announced songs.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for participating, and if you are on this list, you get to go to the final round. What is the final round? You'll find out at the end of the live stream. All right.
And Taiko mappers, feel free to upload your Taiko maps.
Excellent. Okay, I fixed the issue for the subsequent result pages, so that
Thank you,
we will not lose Nafi again. No, not worry. Awesome. Well, now we are going to proceed on to Catch. And Catch, unfortunately, did have the lowest turnout. I mean, it is the least populated game mode, so I guess that's not too much of a surprise. But there were only 3 entries, so all of them, the good news is that all of them will proceed to the final round. Congratulations.
They will continue to spread the good Vocaloid word for Catch.
Exactly.
Thank you.
All right, so on to Catch. So starting out, we have Miniam and Spectator. And
Can't hear the song.
I fix it. They could hear it.
Thank you. So now that we know the song for the map, please enjoy as we desperately try to catch some fruits.
And again, this is the VAT's mapping skin. And there are many customizations you can make. We do actually really want feedback for Taiko Catch Mania on skin and the skinning elements. The skinner wants feedback. So if you have feedback on how to make it the best skin ever, then please let me know.
It's like friendship bracelets. When you all wear the same thing, you know that you're like, your best buddies.
Yes, we do want more Vocaloid in the Vocaloid Appreciation Team skin. If you are an artist and want to draw some Vocaloid for the skin, or for other purposes, please reach out.
That was New Darling mapped by Minium and Spectator, coming in second place for the catch lineup here, and we're gonna check out their Mimizu map next. End of Fate. End of Mute. Awesome, I can hear it.
You know, it's funny, it's like, I thought that I fixed all these issues.
Going with big circle size for a song that's this dense makes me want to play this on a touchscreen somehow. It makes me feel like I can do it. That's some really good control of their droplets. I wonder how they pull that off. So for Mimizu here, Minium actually mapped it first, and then Spectator took over and did something different for the swamp round here. Don't worry, it's just a break. Now for the finale here.
Excellent entries once again. Thank you, Minium and Spectator. All right, so on to the first place for catch. It was spoiled, but Unlucky W and Ken.
I don't know if it was spoiled or they just had that instinct.
They knew. They wasn't
in their
spoiled.
Heart.
Well, it was spoiled, but they knew. They had no insider knowledge for that spoil. They just knew.
Oh, this is a good catch song. Yes, y'all, go all in on those hypers. Oh my god, what were those?
Nafi's a bot.
This has long been a known fact.
True.
Wait a second. Wait, where is the Vocaloid in this song, actually?
Nani?
Where are
I don't
they?
Is this the one song that doesn't have
wait.
Vocaloid?
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
I forgot. I was just listening to like the endless instrumental section, and I was like, wait, where did Miku go?
Yeah,
Sorry.
this one's pretty light on the Vocaloid.
She's almost like her own sample too. Marutu's just making sample songs and saying it's Vocaloid at the end. But it still counts. You guys are good. Now I would say, for Ken doing a bit of a carry in our viewers' hearts, in the parallel round, you're kind of mapping this blind. You're going with what you want to make a little bit. While in the swap round, you have like this double challenge of trying to make a really good map, but you can't make the same good map as your teammate. So in most scenarios, as long as you're looking at each other's work, that should be pushing you, like, just by default to try to explore a lot of new things pretty effectively. Which looks like it worked out pretty well for him here.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And what's of note is the right side is that round 2, right? Where the left side has already existed, and on the right side, Ken, he has to make that different map from what Unlucky W did. So
Yep.
definitely a little bit harder for that right side, the second round mapper to go and make it work. But they did it.
Yep.
So here we are.
Inuzu song, it'll be vice versa, and we got Tatakira again.
And I'm telling you, Taiko is invading every game mode. Standard is now overrun with Taiko.
So for this one here, we had Ken making his map first, and then Unlucky W has to follow that up.
Very impressive. All right, incredible entry from Unlucky W and Ken.
I am so happy to see some of the Mania goats come out for this. Thank you.
All right, and here is the final scores. As we discussed at the beginning of the live stream, there was less team participation for Catch, but that doesn't mean we don't love them. So we got Unlucky W and Ken, and Minium and Spectator first and second respectively, as we know, and then Snow Summer and Sad Egg. they still continue to the next round, but they were not in the top 2, so we did not show them on the live stream. And yes, let me show you the catch judging sheet right here. And I have pinned it in the chat.
I am so grateful for everybody entering this, because making 2 maps to enter the contest and then finding another person to do that with you is really nice work. And that catch sheet is now in the chat for y'all.
Yep. All right. And now we will proceed on to, last but not least, Mania. And we'll go there. Mania actually had a really nice turnout of, I think it was 8 teams, 7 teams, one of the two. I never remember these things. You told me
8 earlier.
I did, but then I think I remembered looking again. It was actually 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 teams for Mania. I think that there was 8, and then 1 did not continue on to the final round. So, or 1 did not submit for this round.
Gotcha.
But Mania 7 teams is pretty good. It's definitely an improvement from previous VMC. And as we all know, the mapping demands were very high, so for this good contest. But anyway, we will now proceed on to showing the Mania maps. So second place we have Extra and Rayhan.
White was originally asking me if he should crop these videos to be just the track. I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise this would have been very hard to format.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, these are videos, so we can't change the scroll speed live. I'm sorry about that. We will make a note of that for round 3 here. Challenge your reading spirit, please. It's really interesting to see where they actually use some similar patterns despite their different key counts. But also there's a great deal of differences in how they handle their complexity, whether it is through the mixture of long notes or the mixture of just trying to handle working on this two-handed. That was Magical Doctor Math by Extra and Rayhin coming in through our second place, and we will be seeing their Mimizu map at a similar slow speed, but still at the highest speed imaginable. And here we have their interpretation of Imperfect Person in Mania. Now both in 4K. So Rayhin's just showing off a variety of skill sets here too, just casually mapping in different modes.
Yes, very impressive. I'm sure that the 7K to versus 4K got a very nice uniqueness score.
And now we can kind of compare some of the differences in their patterning more directly. Unless you can't read this as slower scroll speed, in which case I'm so sorry. Now in this case, Rayhin mapped their EDC song first, followed by Extra taking over in the swamp round for their own new interpretation. And that was our second place entry from Extra and Rayhin of Mimizu. So that means next up we'll be checking out the team that came in first for this round.
Excellent work. And first place we have Lot and Mikleek.
Mixing things up by starting with Mimizu, we have Lot's initial parallel map on the left and Mikleek's swap map that came later on the right. And that was Lot and McCleek's duo on our Mimizu Everything Will Be Broken. Next up should be their Marutu song, I believe.
Indeed it is.
Pink! With some unique and awesome song selection too, thank you. And yes, this will be the last map for Mania that we will be showing on stream today.
Yes, there are many others, but this will be the last one of the stream.
Oh no. And now we have the sheet in the chat, so make sure to check that out for the full judges' comments on the Mania entries for the Vocaloid Mapping Competition 3 parallel and swap rounds.
Welcome, or thanks everyone for participating, and let's show off the final results. Lot Mikleek and Extra and Reihin, as we know, got first and second. And then we have Kurisu Makise and Hoshimegu Mio, YU and Kanomi, Znao and Native or Naive DX, Gamer Chris and Jazzman123. Congratulations for proceeding to the final round. And thank everyone for participating. Yeah, you have anything to say, Nafi? Especially as a judge?
This was a challenging one to judge because you can't just go off of the map quality on its own if the two maps are too similar to each other. So having to go back and put in the uniqueness score was something very interesting to do with that in mind. I'm really excited to see what these teams cook up for the third round.
Absolutely. I mean, as a recap for everyone, and I'll go back to our lobby here. So as a recap for everyone, the whole contest, this first phase, is, you have basically two songs, and the challenge is that you have to make a different interpretation of that song, and so that was a big weighted criteria for the judges to evaluate. And then in round two, it's going to be the opposite, where they're actually going to be challenged to create a full spread, for whatever game mode you're in, and work together collaboratively. So a lot of teams might have thought that they could choose the first round by grabbing somebody with a completely opposite mapping style. Well, then now they're going to run into issues with cohesiveness, right, across when they're collaborating. So that was an aspect that you had to consider was, could you work with your teammate, and could you also map differently from them? You got to have that balance.
That'll be an interesting thing to see how each team can handle that kind of challenge where you have to flip-flop on your goals and kind of round out your team skills. For one, I am welcoming my future Mania, Catch, and Taiko sets. Thank you.
Well, we gotta love it. In just a few minutes here, we should have the news post with the actual the reveal of the next featured artist. So stay tuned for that. I guess we'll hang out here until then.
Oh, so that's why he wanted to know if it was the last map.
The coordination.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes. I don't think Nafi do you know? Did I tell you about the featured artist that's coming? I think I might have.
You told me there would be one, but not who.
Oh, okay. I kept it secret from you. I see. It is a secret. And actually,
they take an extra 50 minutes and you never get to see it.
You know what was funny though? It's like we got the featured artist, and then all of a sudden, somebody mapped a song for them. So they're actually, the song has been mapped in Osu, which is unfortunate. That wasn't the intention when the timing happened. But that's just how it happens. Can't control everything. It's going to be that artist? It's Menace? No, it is unfortunately not Menace.
That would have been cool, but no.
That would have been cool. I think Menace doesn't have enough songs. I think they only have like 2 or 3, and they need at least 4 to be a featured artist.
She has 4 now.
Oh, does she?
Wait, does she?
Just look at the GitHub. No, don't tell them the
cheating.
secrets. That's cheating.
Yeah, she has more than 4 songs.
Oh, does she now?
Get her next
She,
time.
I don't think she had it when we were planning this. So
Yeah.
that's just how it is. There are definitely some really cool entries though for this contest, and I kind of wish. It honestly makes me wish that I knew more about Taiko Catch Mania, because I don't know anything about them. But there was some cool stuff in there.
I can play up to the normal diff on all of them. Maybe the hard.
Well, hopefully we'll get some stuff that you can play in this next round.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I am not excited to record the showcases, but we will showcase the rest of them next time.
Well, I'll probably only show the top difficulties. It'll be a lot easier.
No, you
It's
gotta
up.
showcase just the hard.
It is live, everyone. The news post and the featured artist song that you'll be mapping is live. Oh, I guess Walla beat me. How dare they?
Congratulations. So now you can check out the full details for what's expected of you for round 3 of Vocaloid Mapping Contest 3.
Yeah,
And
so
I
round
see that
3,
there's a very
phase 2. Uh, sounds good. We will figure out the taiko being broken thing.
But for now, you can read all of the details about the new featured artist and which songs you're going to have to work on to make a spread.
Flop era. Yes, indeed. You must map Flop era from Ipeon. I butchered that name. Holy cow.
We started out with our Miku Tenno theme, and now we have the yellow one.
Exactly. That was the theme. You had to collaborate with the Miko Teto, and then you had to be the evil third one that's not in Mesmerizer for the third round. It really all comes down to triple baka.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. All right. Well, and thank you, Ryusa Aika, for ruining the surprise. ruining the flop era reveal to Osu.
It was just a coincidence.
Indeed, it was.
Because he just maps all of the based songs, and we get all the based songs, and then inevitably there is some overlap.
Well, I think that's all we have for this live stream today. We'll probably be more organized and professional for the next one, maybe. Although it was kind of fun being like just really chill with it.
And keep your F5 on for seeing that FA link update, because there will be 4 songs on their featured artist page.
Yes. And the featured artist listing probably, I mean, the link itself works. It's just that they probably haven't published the listing yet. That will come very shortly. That requires Pepe's. Oh, it's there now? It is there. Nice. Just now, got published.
Yep. Now, for all of our entrants, do note the rules for the spread. So, Osu has to make 4 difficulties in total: normal, hard, and Seidan extra. Taiko has to make Muzukashi, Odi, and Inner Odi. Catch has to do Platter, Raid, and Overdose, or provide a proper spread containing at least 3 difficulties. So if you want to push harder, you can. And Osu Mania is kind of divided by key mode, so it has to be 3 difficulties in total, where each key mode and style must either start at hard or provide a proper spread with at least 3 difficulties. So you have a couple of choices on how you're going to make your spreads there.
Yes. Basically, a TLDR is that you should be able to rank your spread after the contest is completed. And you do not need an easy because it's not required for rankability. So that's the goal. We actually want to rank these when the contest is over. So do your best. With that said, and particularly for standard, I don't know how. I mean, I'm not an expert on the other game modes. I don't know if I've made that clear enough. But at least for standard, we have this rule about no excessive difficulty jumps or jumps in between difficulties, you can pretty much disregard that for the purposes of the contest, because I don't want you to feel like you have to limit yourself on your ability to represent the song. If we need to get filler diffs later on to rank it, that's easy enough. But obviously, have the normal, have the hard, the insane, and the extra, and that kind of thing. And for the most part, I think that will make most of these difficulties rankable.
And every difficulty has to be collaborative.
That's another good
Around
point.
50-50.
Try to be as 50-50 split as you can. If we find that somebody's mapped to 90% and the other person did 10%, that's unfortunately not very close to 50-50, and we'll get disqualified. But if it's like 52 and 50 and 48, then it's like, okay, no big deal.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Exercise good judgment with that.
And if in doubt, ask your big old supervisor White.
Yes, you can always ask me. I'm not a judge, so there's no need to fear with anonymization or anything like that with me. I won't show favoritism. All right. How should you format difficulty names for this? That is an excellent question. Maybe if Walla is still there, you have something to say on that. I don't think it matters as much, since a big difficulty problem that we had was we had 2 different songs on the previous submission. This time we're not going to have that issue. So it shouldn't really matter with formatting difficulty names or anything like that at all.
Yeah, just regular difficulty names will be fine.
Yep, regular difficulty names are totally fine. You don't have to do anything funny, because there's, the previous one you had to. Oops. The previous contest you had to, because there was multiple MP3s in there. Do some funny things. Not this
So
one.
everybody, please map Wonder and please map Fake Up, please map Dial Loop, and maybe if you
Fake Up is such a good song.
Wonder End is a beautiful song.
Oh, that one is also really good too. Yeah, 100%.
I am so happy it's here. If you guys don't rank it, I will. That's a threat. Please
I
rank it.
I will do a GD for you, or I'll nominate it. One of the two. I love Epeon. He makes great songs.
That's all from me. I'm all set for today. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure to download the maps and check out the full range, because we got a lot of really good maps this time around for this whole contest.
And
showcasing just the top 2 was mostly because of time limits. Please check out all of them and love them and cherish them, and then maybe give them kisses.
Yes, and again, as a reminder, the full judging results with the comments and the scores and stuff are not the final results that are weighted and all that. So if you have questions as to why the unweighted totals don't lead to all of that, then that's because you have to check out the contest listing, which will have the full results.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Hopefully everyone has a great rest of their day.
Bye, y'all.